What's up, everybody? Hi, Bantees. Welcome to just another great interview on Basics and Banter. I know Halo and I had so much fun talking to this guest. We've been dying to talk to her. We've been watching her play for 3 years now at UCLA. She's cooking all the time. We hope you guys enjoy Chef Megan Grant. You guys, holy cow, welcome to Basics and Banter. Do we have such a special guest today? Like, truly, when she hopped on this call, Halo and I both fell out our chairs. So, let
Correct.
me let me give a little intro here. Okay, so she is a junior at UCLA. She's only ranked third in the nation in home runs, RBI, and second in slugging percentage. She's got 51 hits, 23 home runs, 11 doubles, 72 RBI, 39 runs scored, and 37 walks, all while posting a 561 on base percentage and 1056 slugging percentage. Okay. Just all sorts of awards, all the ones that you can think about with like the Pac-12, may it rest in peace, and now the Big Ten. Top 10 NFCA Freshman of the Year, made the Pac-12 All-Freshman team, been with Team USA, got some medals here with the juniors, and then on the Japan All-Star team. Gosh, I'm out of breath. Welcome, Megan Grant, the chef.
Hey, thank you guys so much for having me.
Wow. Well, I took up half the podcast with introducing you, so we're gonna have to keep it quick. Meg,
Oh my gosh.
how you doing, man? Tell us how you're just feeling, like your mood, your brain through this junior season.
Honestly, feeling good. Just thinking about today. We have an off day. We just got back from Michigan, and so the sun's out. We're in LA. You know, the vibes can't be better, honestly.
I love that. What's it been like for you switching conferences? I've been so curious about this, like just from an athlete perspective, like going to new places, playing a 3-game series. Like you just mentioned the sunshine in LA, but like you played at Michigan, so like what's what's that been like?
No, it was actually really nice in Ann Arbor, and it's been a crazy experience overall. I think that at first the switch from the pack to the big was a little scary. We were all thinking about the weather. We were like, us LA girls, I
Mm-hmm.
don't know about all that. But no, the weather's actually haven't been too bad. The environment has just been insane, and just the overall challenge of just playing new teams has just been so fun.
That when we were recording, so we record every Monday our college recap episodes, and while we were recording, you hit a home run against Michigan, and I was like, our girl, she hit a dinger. So
It was
that was
sick.
fun for the whole family, not for Michigan, but for everyone else. Um, but Meg, I would love to know just like a little bit more maybe about how I remember the first time watching you in the box. It was in Clearwater when you were a freshman, and I was like, man, she's giving MLB. Like that is a pro standing in that box. I would love to know like who did you look up to when you were growing up? Was it softball? Was it baseball? Like how did you like, who did you picture when, people are like Kobe, like who was that for you?
Yeah. So I up until like my seventh, eighth grade year, I played baseball. So honestly, like when I went to a UCLA camp and Coach I was looking at me like, you don't know who Lisa Fernandez is? I'm like,
My
uh
bad.
I'm like, sorry. But no, so the people I looked up to were baseball players. I loved, was obsessed with Mike Trout and his swing, even though I wasn't a righty, but I just thought his swing was like chef's kiss.
Yeah,
Seriously.
you're not
And
wrong.
just doing like a lot of films. And he was a 5-tool player, so that's what I also aspired to be when going in and playing softball. But also, I love basketball. So like people like MJ, Kobe, like those, Stephen Curry, of course. Like I look up to those people as well.
Mm,
Did you play multiple sports growing up?
Yes, I played volleyball and basketball in high school. Yeah.
dang,
Period.
no
All the way through your
surprise.
senior year? Heck yeah.
Dang.
Did you hear that, kids?
She be cooking across fields.
She was Steph Curry before Steph Curry was even Steph Curry. She is the OG chef.
You already know.
Yeah. Too much
You
right
already know.
now.
Okay, if you were to play another college sport, would it have been volleyball or basketball?
Basketball, 100% basketball. I'm literally telling Coach Lisa, like, hopefully, like, 5th year basketball. Like, I don't care. Like, I just want to be on that court. I'm not gonna lie. I've been practicing in the summer. Like,
Say less. Okay, wait, you guys had someone on the basketball team that came and joined the softball team at the World Series, is that right?
yeah, last year, Gabriela Jaquez.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did.
So why
It
don't
was
you just
insane.
you could do
The old switcheroo.
you could do the same.
No, yeah, I keep telling Coach I and Coach I, she's like hard no. But Coach Lisa, she did it when she played.
Of course.
And a lot of people don't know that, but I was like, I'm trying to be like you, my boy. Like, let me get some of that action in there.
Period. Let's freaking go.
Lisa could be like, yeah, I'll do it, and then be the best at it, and it's just whatever.
No, 1000%.
We thought about getting chef's hats for this interview,
Yeah.
but we fear we dropped the ball. But I would love to hear more where that nickname came from, because you be cooking.
Oh, thank you. So as I said, even before I even touched the softball, I literally thought I was going to college for basketball. Like, it was my dream. Like, basketball is like my number one love. So I was all in AAU basketball. That was like kind of my future. That was like where I thought I was going. And I'm from the Bay Area, so one of my big inspirations were Steph Curry, and he's known as Chef. So I kind of took on his name, and I was like, okay, like Chef Curry, Chef Meg, okay, I can cook people on the court, like I can do that for sure. And so like I went on through that, and then suddenly, softball came into the picture, and I was like, okay, like I can do that too. Like I can cook on the field, like a little Salt Bay with the dirt, I can do that. I kept my Instagram handle since I was like 11, like
Gosh,
all the way through till college, and suddenly everyone just started picking up on the chef name, and so that's kind of how it came about. But I wouldn't say I'm like Gordon Ramsay style, love like can cook this, that, and the other. But I do enjoy cooking, and I love watching cooking shows and just learning more about the art of it.
full circle, just a well-rounded nickname, if you will.
Fascinating. The fact that she had an Instagram when she was 11 too is mind-boggling.
I'm sitting here and I'm like, when I was 11, we had a whole room for the computer that you had to go into, and then you'd log into AIM, Instant Messenger.
Yeah. We had to use dial-up internet.
Yeah, you had to wait for it to, then you're on. And then that's when you talk to your crush in your 6th grade class. That's what I did at 11.
Right. And then when you get into high school, you can use a Motorola Razr.
Bro, the first time I got a phone that had a camera, I was like, what? What is this technology?
No, and it's getting like crazier. Like kids are getting phones when they're like, I don't know, 6 or something. Like I'm like, what?
Out the womb.
I'm like, wow.
Out the womb.
Okay, this brings up an interesting question for me. Sorry to interrupt you there, Sam. But
come on.
With the era of social media, like as I've started to do like the TV stuff, I've realized that like there are a lot of haters out there. Do you deal with that? And what's your like social media policy when it comes to being in season?
I would say, yeah, we as a collective do deal with it a little bit. But my personal policy is that like I have the time limit set in stone, and so I kind of just check it couple like once or twice throughout the day, and I'm honestly only on there for like 2 minutes, like kind of like getting the gist, like scrolling, seeing if like I have any like, it's more like kind of NIL opportunity DM requests, or like if someone I knew DM me, like send a message, I would like reply, but then I would like hop right back off. And I think especially with in season, there's a lot of noise that comes about, and Coach I talks about it, and just not like really getting too focused within that, and just focusing on like what we can attain within the bubble.
Great answer, great question. I
just don't know how you guys deal with it, because it's insane.
No, yeah, it's different for everyone, but I think like us as a program, we usually just like hone in on like the now, like don't really focus on like any media based stuff too much.
The pipeline to the women's national team. HPP has helped me find a new identity in like who I am as a player. It's helped show how hard work pays off, and it's really got me excited for the future of our game, the future for me, the future for my fellow athletes, and for what I strive to do in the future in college, and then potentially with USA softball in the future.
It makes sense because you would be out here sweeping, you know, like, so be where your feet
Them
are,
brooms
and
out, baby.
the feet be touching home plate. That's where the feet are. Speak,
Chill, chill.
speaking of cooking, what's it like hitting so many grand slams?
Honestly, I black out in
Yeah,
all of those moments, and I
yeah,
don't even know who's on base.
sure.
I'm just like so into the one-on-one battle that like the rest is history. Like, that's just like the main focus of everything. And you know, well, the girl in front of me, Jordan Woolery, she's obviously one of the best hitters in the country. So
Mhm.
having to hit behind her, um, was a lot, especially at the beginning of the season when they were walking her, of course, to get me. So I just used that kind of like as fuel.
Mm.
And yeah, that's just kind of been like where like my mindset has been throughout all of this.
What's your mental process like with that? Like, is it something that you had to get used to? Like, I know if I was a hitter, I would be like, "Oh, like, you're gonna regret throwing to me," and I feel like I would try too hard if pitchers were attacking me that way. How'd you handle that mentally?
I just, to me, like honestly, I was so in the opportunity that like it didn't really matter. Like I kind of knew in my head that it was going to be a mistake. Um, you know, like coming up and seeing me, like that's in my head. That's like all I say to myself, like those types of thoughts. And it has played out for the better for quite a while, gratefully. And so I don't know, just having that mindset on like, dude, I get this opportunity and I'm gonna make the most of it.
I, mm, I get to. I can't. That's so nice. I think did it take you a while to get there? Is this kind of how you've mentally been since you were a kid, or is this something you've had to work on? How have you landed to this mindset?
Um, I think just 3 years of experience and just, coming in as a freshman, not knowing anything, but that's the best thing, go, go, go. To my sophomore year, kind of having a lot of trials and tribulations in terms of my mindset a lot. And going into this year, I kind of wanted to solidify in my head that when I go out there, all I want to do is play free. And the only thing I want to think about is the task at hand and where my feet are in the moment. And so just a lot of work was done, and I just wanted to owe it to myself that no matter what happened out there, it's just because, everything in here is clear. Like I think that's something I struggled with last year. So just
Mm,
going in this year, like just working more and more on that mental side rather than just the softball physical side of it.
I
Yeah.
dig.
Were there
Sophomore year's
specific
hard.
resources that you use? Like, is Coach Lisa someone you lean on, or
But yeah, me and Coach Lisa are attached at the hip. Like she works harder than no other, and like I acclaim myself to like want to just work as hard as she did, when she played. And so me and her and Bubba too. Bubba's been such a great resource this year. But and also Coach I last year was really helpful for me in terms of like just getting my head back to where it needed to be. So I think the support system overall here at UCLA is just incredible. And I really couldn't have done it without them.
That's so nice. Gosh, every answer I'm just like, you know. Um, was UCLA always where you wanted to go?
Well, I committed before the rule change, and once again, I was super young, like didn't even know what college was or how to spell it. Like it was that bad. Like, and so honestly, like this is probably a bad answer, but I was like, huh, like LA, like the beach, like nice, like no awareness of like one education and two athletics, like none of that went through my head. I was just like, you know what? These people are cool. The vibes are there. I'm gonna, yeah, why not? That's kind of like how I went into it. It is probably bad to say right now, but I was so young. So
No.
I'm, glad there was a rule change.
It's cool to hear because some people might think I got to be so super serious during this recruiting process. And it's all about your own individual things. So like hearing you say that as someone who wound up at your perfect school and a great program, like that could lead other people to think like, okay, well, I can approach it however I want to approach it. So I think that's actually incredible advice and a great answer.
Yeah, usually when people ask me about like how I came about UCLA, I usually don't want to tell them the story because it's like I'm not sure if I'm going to be helpful to them or not, but when I do talk about that kind of stuff, I like what you said, Sam, like bring it back to no matter what, you're going to find your perfect fit, whether that be going through like a JUCO or just going, like whatever it is, like you're going to find your place and it's going to be the perfect fit for you. So like there is no need to stress about any of that stuff.
Chef's kiss. I'm just saying.
Chef's kiss. Well,
I'm
I was
just
just
saying.
gonna say, I feel like when I watch you play, I can't imagine you anywhere but UCLA.
Yeah.
Truly.
The beach.
No, yeah. And I mean, I wasn't heavily recruited either. Like I was young, like I was kind of like Coach I called me like the diamond in the rough. And so,
Oh, wow.
yeah, yeah, I like once again stuff I don't even know about. I'm like, yep, sure, like whatever you say. Like when I was that age, because I really didn't know. I didn't know about any of this stuff.
Look at
Wow.
you now.
Do you go to the beach a lot?
Yeah, I went like a couple times, but not as much in season. We kind of go like by a place at UCLA, just kind of like to tan and stuff as a team. But
Cool.
yeah,
That's awesome. You like have this vision. You're like, LA, cool. And then you're like, I don't even really go to the beach that much.
no, not. I'm like,
Chef's in the kitchen trying to cook something up, bro. She's
People
cooking up
gotta
grand
eat.
salamis
Great salamis from the chef.
from straight from the chef.
now you guys are the ones cooking.
Yeah, well,
Bro.
this is our job. It's our job, Meg.
Yeah,
It's
I
our
can't
job.
believe USA Softball gives us this platform. It's honestly incredible.
Like these microphones. Who did this? This is a bad idea. Um, I could, man, we could talk to you for hours. Let's be real. But I think I would love to know what's your dream? Like, if you look 10 years from now, what's the chef doing?
10 years.
I know that's kind of a long time. You can go 5 if you want.
Well, there's a lot of things that I've thought about, getting older,
So we know it.
that
It's
little
not as bad
vision
as
in
you think. Sometimes your back just hurts.
From nothing.
No, seriously. Like
From
after the game, ice everywhere. Everywhere.
Good.
But I mean, I'm always going to say I'm chasing after the person I am in 5 years, and it always goes back to being the best version of myself. In terms of what I'm doing, hopefully, in the future 2028 Olympics, that's always something I strive for. And I think after softball, just someone I look up to heavily is Natasha Wiley and the things she does to give back to the community. So I think just going down that pathway of everything that I got enriched, just giving it back to people who want to be helped. So that's kind of like where I want to lead in my future. But yeah.
Megan, that's amazing. Can you include hanging out with us in your plans?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yes,
Okay.
let's do it.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Great. Well, I'm going to write down in my agenda book right now, hang out with the chef in the kitchen.
Hang out with the chef. Yeah, you let me know. I'll be there.
Oh, we will. Halo, gosh, I feel like we were so amped to talk to you, Meg. Like you've just been killing it. And I feel like Halo and I have talked about this on the old pod, but then also just when we text each other all the time, that it feels like you've really blossomed into the player that you were destined and meant to be. Do you feel like that, or is you just blacking out still?
At Higginbotham, we put people first. Our specialists are here to serve you, the people you care about, and your success. Insurance, HR, and financial services. Inspired by you.
I definitely sometimes it's a little bit of a blackout. All I think about, because I don't want to get emotional here, but it's kind of like prayers being answered, I think. And it was just a lot of prayers of last year and everything. you know, I really couldn't have done all of this without God. And I was just telling him, like, I know I can, you know, I just, you know, there something was missing, and I asked him to seek for that. And, you know, he's kind of brought me to this place, and I know that there's a capability of more, and I just can't wait to find out more of it. But I know that the things I prayed for last year is kind of the things I'm like seeing this year. And like, I couldn't be more grateful for him.
Halo, I love
Wow.
it. I have goosebumps all over my entire body. I don't know about you.
That's amazing.
No, y'all can get me emotional over
Sorry.
here.
Well,
Look on
no,
us.
I kind of want you to elaborate on that, because I feel like when I talk to young softball players a lot, it's always about like chasing and more work and more time in the cage and more. It feels like you took a step back and it kind of came to you. Do
Ugh.
you feel that, or
Are you inside my head?
okay? Because I mean, like, just
Right.
watching you, you just seem. You say you're playing free. We can see that,
Yes.
and I think that's an important message. I think for a lot of young softball players is like sometimes the more you can do is actually less.
No, so last year I did so much, and it was before practice, after practice, that it kind of felt like it was I was checking off a to-do list. I was telling people, and you know, this year in the fall especially, um I just kind of got back to, you know what, like, let's have fun today. Like, seriously, I'm in college. I am a D1 softball player. Let's just have fun and play wiffle ball. Like, that was my only hitting. Like, I had to, like, I couldn't do machine, do front toss. It was just wiffle ball game. Like go have fun. Like, that was my type of, you know, practice of the day. And, you know, in my brain, I was like, oh my God, there's so much I have to do, this, that, and the other. But I'm just realizing that, like, I'm trusting the swing that God gave me, and just the overall just pureness of it. And I'm realizing the more I have fun and the more, you know, I get to spend with my teammates and just develop those lifelong relationships, it's just better overall. So it is a crazy like 180 of like how I usually am. And of course I'm still like doing all this stuff, but I've just realized so much within that, like, hey, it's not about pressing, it's just about having fun in the end.
And then doing so good is real fun. And then
Right?
winning is fun, and all these things happen, and it's more fun.
No, it is fun for sure. I always try to like keep a somewhat of an even keel, just to make sure I'm giving the glory back to him, you know, like all the gifts he's given me, and just appreciating it for sure. It's been a crazy ride so far. Like, seriously.
I really feel like it's only just beginning. You know what I mean? Really.
I
I'm just
think
saying.
Chef's just getting started.
Master class, I feel coming, but this is the less is more conversation does not happen enough. Like, I don't think, because it's like, go hit more, go practice more, go study more. It's like, actually, Doug, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna lean back a little bit and let it happen. Like, you are a junior in college. Like, you've got your tools. You are set. If you're 7, you're like, I'm still figuring out how to catch it real good, you know? So like, trust. I don't know if you guys have read the book Mind Gym, but one of the chapters is called Trust Your Stuff. Trust your stuff. Period.
That book changed my life.
Mine too. It's
It
up
was the
there. It's
first
right up there.
self-help book I've ever read, and it changed my life.
Absolutely. Those chapters being like 3 pages long too. Love it. But
No, yeah.
trust your stuff. And I think trust, people think maybe you have to force it. You have to try really hard, but it's like, trust is something that you let it happen, and you trust, and then look at what happens because you're trusting. Anyway,
Yeah.
man,
No, I feel it. I feel it.
you could tell. We can see it. We watch you so much playing softball. We watch.
Big fans.
We're big fans.
Appreciate you guys.
We're big fans. I got a picture of you up in my kitchen.
Really?
After today, though, you better believe I'm gonna replace the picture of me and my husband. Just put your swing up in there, okay? All up in there.
I mean,
He can go in the living room, but that's the kitchen. That's where Megan Graham
the
belongs.
kitchen is owned by the chef.
Come on.
Oh my goodness, you guys.
Meg, we love you so much. We like to
Love you guys.
wrap up our interviews with a question that I'll let Halo take the floor for, but I know what she's going to say, and it's that we're excited to hear your answer.
Yeah, we really are. I think this is gonna be a top 5 for sure. But
No
if you
pressure.
could give any advice to younger Chef Meg, what would it be?
Oh.
Yeah, it's a doozy.
Prioritize the mental health. And you know, I don't know. I would always write love letters to myself, like to my future self, and just say like, hey, like, you know, we're making it another day, day by day. So I would just say keep going, you know, no matter how hard it gets, there's always, you know, the other side that you will get to see, and it's something of a beauty. So I would just say prioritize the mental health and you know, just continue enjoying the little things in life.
Chef.
Well, I'm an emotional wreck now, so
Yes, Chef.
Bro, this can't be a crying podcast now. Like
dude,
me
no,
too,
but what
guys.
you're saying is so important. Like, I think it's so important for people to hear, like, that it's not a cliche. It's not just we're saying this to say it. It's like, this is real, this is authentic, this is genuine, and this is something that people need to take seriously.
No, I always say that like it's okay to be vulnerable because, you know, that's when you're at your strongest. So, yeah.
Period.
On that note, I gotta go journal. I gotta write down my feelings, okay?
I was
Because
taking notes because of Chef's life advice, so
we
Guys.
we couldn't be happier for you. Like, we love watching you play, but also just now, like, kind of knowing more about how you're feeling. Like, we could not be more happy for you, and we are just rooting for you day after day. So, and you know what? But it's been the case. Like, it's not new for us. We've been rooting for you since you stepped foot in that little broom bubble. Okay, don't get it messed.
our fours
Thank
have
you
been
guys
out pretty
so
much
much.
exclusively for you. So
The way that I be doing the 8 clap is disgusting. I'm just saying. It's a problem. She doesn't even go here. You know what I mean?
No, guys, seriously, appreciate the love.
Yeah, you got it. You got
we
it for life.
will plan on seeing you in Oklahoma City. How's that sound?
Absolutely.
We'll see you there.
Yes. Let's do it.
All right, Bantees. I hope you had as much fun as we did listening to this conversation, because my God, top tier stuff. So until next time, Meg, thank you.
Thank you guys.
Much love.
At this time, we would like to thank the USA Softball Store at usasoftballstore.com for our amazing gear this week. You guys can have the exact same gear that Samu and I have literally right now if you go to usasoftballstore.com. So go literally right now, and you can use code BHB15 right now and get 15% off your entire purchase. So buy a lot of stuff, get that 15%, let it all go to use. usasoftballstore.com. Again, that code is BHB15.